And a person could easily sit back and say, you know what, man, this is jacked up. Look at what the world is doing. But if it's one person on the planet that's not having that conversation with themselves, it's like anybody can do it. The price of vehicles, the price of clothes, the price of going out to eat, the price of everything is going up. You can either be a person that sits back and says, you know what? The world is jacked up, man. Let's just sit here and soak in this energy. Or you can be a person that says, you know what? I create my own world. Let me figure out why I'm amongst those that are complaining about it. At ease, brothers. You know, it's only one thing that's keeping you from getting to that 2.0 version of yourself, right? Or let me say it like this. There's only one thing that's keeping you from getting in the same position as those people or that person that you admire. Let me say it like that so everybody can relate. There's only one thing keeping you from, getting that raise at work. There's only one thing from that that's keeping you from, getting that starting position on your flag football team. You know what I'm saying? There's only one thing that keeps anybody from getting to any level they're trying to get to, bro. Only one thing. And that one thing is having the ability to be accountable and to align. If you can package that up into one bubble, having the ability to be accountable and to align, brother, once you figure that out, you've practically whooped life's ass. That's the recipe, one of many. Having the ability to you got to understand this, man. Accountability is the kryptonite of today's time. Accountability is something that everybody seems to avoid. You have to ask yourself, like, why am I not living the life that I want to live? Ask yourself that. And in the back of your mind, man, you'll hear those tiny little voices saying, oh, it's because so-and-so, it's because you grew up like this, man. You're not supposed to, like, this is your reason. Like fall on this excuse. Our government is doing this. Like if you really listen to yourself, you'll hear those little excuses, man. It's all about taking accountability. Accountability is the kryptonite. If your money is funny, like, it's just a wild thing, man. Because, okay, yeah, we can sit here and say, okay, you know what, man? You go to the grocery store and the groceries are going through the roof. And this is true. Hell, what $100 would do now is nothing. $100, man, you pretty much coming out with 2 bags. And a person could easily sit back and say, you know what, man? This is jacked up. Look at what the world is doing. But if it's one person on the planet that's not having that conversation with themselves, it's like anybody can do it. The price of vehicles, the price of clothes, the price of going out to eat, the price of everything is going up. You can either be a person that sits back and says, you know what? The world is jacked up, man. Let's just sit here and soak in this energy. Or you can be a person that says, you know what? I create my own world. Let me figure out why I'm amongst those that are complaining about it. And let me do something about it. I mean, with the whole World Wide Web, man, as far as like, this is the thing. In this day and age, let me say it like this. There is no excuse for anybody not to be able to make any extra money or get themselves out of any scenario. With things like Uber, DoorDash, YouTube, Amazon Drop, with all this stuff at our fingertips, if we could just take this technology that we have now and sit it back 100 years ago, everybody would be getting the bag. Everybody would be getting the bag. But we got to start taking accountability of our own situations, man. Let's not soak in this energy. Let's be accountable and move as gods in this energy. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is this, everybody, you have to understand this. I don't care if you're living on a bridge or if you're a multi-millionaire. Everybody is facing the same energies. It's all about how you stand on 10 toes and go forward in that energy. It's all about how you approach that. It's all about your perspective. Accountability, man. Health. You think, brother, health in this, I'll say at least in this country, is major. When you look at how America, how our health care, and you look at our health situation compared to other places on the globe, brother, we are a walking, breathing, living morgue. You know what I'm saying? Morgue. Everybody, men, women, children. You look at some of the issues that women are having, man. You think about things like, and I'm no woman and I'm no doctor, but I know that there are a lot of women having a lot of internal issues nowadays that 50 years ago, 75 years ago, women wasn't having on the common. It's common now for a woman to have to go in and get her insides removed. That's not natural. If Source Energy want that to be natural, it would have been a natural process. It's a natural process. Men are the same way. Men are having our issues. You got brothers. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Erectile dysfunction. There used to be something, man, when a man was my age, when a man was 20 years old, 19 years old, you hear about that in the back. Like, oh man, when men get 80 years old, they start having sexual issues. They start having heart issues. They start having all kind of other body issues as old men. Brother, now you have those same men, having those same issues in their 20s. In their 20s. And most people want to run and, let's go to the doctor, let's get medicated up and let's live the rest of our lives. That's not accountability. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is not my sector of conversation, but I can tell you this. If you are eating the standard American diet as a man, brother, it's just a matter of time before your body is going to start doing some things that you really don't like. Sisters, your body's going to start doing some things you really don't like. It's about accountability. It's about us saying, you know what? Why is my situation like? Let me fix it. I don't want to point the finger everywhere. Let me fix it. Your relationships. I don't have to talk about that. There are so many people, men and women, that really desire to be in healthy situations. They desire it. And since they don't understand it, they want to run the other direction and point over their shoulder saying everybody else is wrong, and saying, instead of saying, you know what about me is jacked up? Like if no women are attracted to me, if no men are attracted to me, what is it about me? Let me stop pointing the finger at what they're doing wrong and and why they did the red pill. Let me say, you know what, man, screw all that. I'm the creator of my own world. What's wrong with me? Accountability is everything. The thing is, man, we have to own our situations. Bottom line. Like the blame game is easy to play. The blame game even feels good for a while, but you get no results from the blame game. You get no results from saying, mama, daddy did this. Teacher did this. My ex-girlfriend did this. You get no results from that. Even if it's not your fault, brothers. Even if you're thinking hard, you saying, you know what, this scenario happened to me in my life when I was young, when I was old, when I was in school. Even if you can't even do the math and figure out how you were the cause of that, own it anyway. Own it anyway. Because that's going to the deepest levels of understanding right there. That's saying, you know what, I fully know who I am. I fully know that this world that I'm living in, I fully know that I am 100% responsible for everything that takes place. Even if I don't understand it, somehow or another, I caused that. Now let me own it so I can do something with it, so I can come out of it. Because you can't come out of it unless you own it, bro. All those scenarios I mentioned, your money, your health, your relationship, and a plethora of others, you can't come out of that until you own it. You know what I'm saying? Then the next thing, brothers, is alignment. Alignment. That's why I'm always saying, brothers, you must know who you are, where you're going, what your truth is. What your truth is. Shameless plug. If y'all haven't gotten the book, A Singular Truth, I'll leave a link in the description box. If you haven't read A Singular Truth, I'm going to tell you, you're missing the bus. You're missing the bus. Go look at the reviews on the book, man. I'm giving you gems. I'm giving you things that I can't say on the tube. I'm saying things that I can't say on the World Wide Web. Right? But going back, alignment. That's why I'm always saying, who you are, where you're going, what your truth is everything. Because those three things will keep you in alignment, bro. Yeah, let the world do what it's doing. The world's gonna do some things, and if you aren't in alignment, you're gonna be drifting in no time. On everything I know, I'm telling you this from experience. You're gonna be drifting. What do you mean alignment, soul? All of us have vehicles or have driven cars before. If you live long enough, you're going to drive a car. At some point, it's going to be pulling to the right. In other words, you might be going down Interstate 20. You might be going down I-95. You might be going down whatever highway. And for some reason, that old car want to pull you over to the tree line. Right? And you take it to the mechanic. You be like, boss, like my stuff is trying to put me in the woods. I'm trying to. He goes, oh, bro, it's all to the good. You just need alignment. A lot of us just need to realign ourselves. Even if we get to the point where we take accountability, we still have to realign ourselves. Because just owning it and doing nothing with that, brother, you're still in the same situation. You just in that situation with understanding now. But what are you going to do with that understanding? You have to realign yourself. What that means is you have to put yourself in places and do things that you hadn't been doing before. You have to learn new things. You have to get new rituals. You have to get new practices. You have to meet new people. You have to do new things. You know how many hours I've spent sitting behind this computer on a Saturday night when everybody else was out doing the Carlton? When everybody else was out blazing and drinking and partying and clubbing. You know how many hours I spent behind this computer studying how to use Canva, how to start a YouTube page, how to use Kajabi, how to do XYZ, how to write a book, how to get a book published. See, I could sit in my old life and say, you know what? I want these new things. I want this new life. And I understand that I'm the creator of my old life. But until I'm willing to realign myself, brothers, I'll never get it. Most brothers don't want to, they don't want to do what it takes to change. They don't want to realign themselves. I'm going to say, you can sit here and complain about, and again, man, this is almost, when I sit there and think about it, and it's crazy because I have the advantage. A lot of people that watch this video have the advantage of remembering a time when the world wasn't what it was. Or let's say when the world wasn't what it is now. Like I would say that people, and this is not a knock, this is just a understanding. I would say that people under, 30, maybe 20, somewhere in there, they have no idea what life was like without a cell phone, or what life was like without a computer or the internet. Bro, like to even think about what life was like when I was young, to not have that, it's like, man, like how do we exist? Think about that. No internet. Hell, the internet could shut down for 5 minutes right now and the whole world freaks out. Think about not even having an internet, not even having a telephone, none of that stuff, and functioning, thriving. You got to understand, man, that there is no excuse for anybody not to do, have, or move in any energy, because it's all at our fingertips right now. Anything you want to do and be. If you're sitting there, I'm going to say this, and I'm talking to myself first. If you're sitting there living a life that you don't desire, it's 100% your fault. 100% your fault. No, so not 100%. Think about it. Even the homeless man or woman has the ability to walk inside a public library for free and get on tax-paying computers and get on the internet and find out how to apply for a job at McDonald's. How do I do that? How do I do that? Everybody has the ability to level up, man. It comes down to accountability and alignment. This is the hack. This is the only thing keeping you from going to that 10.0 version of yourself. And we all, you know, the thing is, it's a wash and rinse and repeat type thing. Because once you get that level up and you get the new job or you get the chick or you get the new whip, at some point in time, you're going to flatline again. But for some reason, we forget. We forget the recipe. And we'll look around our worlds and we'll call that the end goal. It's like, no, bro, it's time to take that journey again. It's time to do it again. Like as long as you're living it, as long as you're expanding in God consciousness, you're going to be doing this your whole life. You're going to be doing this your whole life. But then the thing is this, even once you take accountability, even once you align yourself, brothers, sisters, then you got a plan. Then you got a plan. Taking these two things alone will help you tremendously, will put you in position, but now you got a plan. Now you got to sit home. Now you got to get off work. You don't work 18 hours, right? You got to get off work and go sit in your living room and say, you know what? Okay, this is where I am. I've taken accountability. This is where I'm going. I'm aligning myself with my new vision. How do I get there? You got to sit there and say, man, let me look at my current situation. Let me look at my bills. Let me look at my cost of living. Let me look at my health. Let me look at my regiments. And let me write my own prescription, like I tell brothers all the time. Let me write out a plan that will get myself there. Let me write out a plan that will get myself there. It's a lot of moving parts to that, brothers. I will be here for 3 or 4 hours. Because first off, the thing is, when you write your own plan, you gotta remove your limitations. I can't even go down that road right now. I can't even go down that whole road. That's a whole nother. I don't think I have enough battery power to go that long. But you have to write your own plan. You have to sit down and say, okay, this is where I'm going. These are my supposed obstacles. These are my challenges, supposedly. These are the anchors holding me back. These are the people holding me back. Okay, now let me put them on this side of the paper. Now on this side of the paper, let me write down exactly what I gotta do. Every single day I wake up, I have to do X, Y, Z to get there. And wake up and execute. Wake up and execute. I'm telling you, man, we make this life harder than it is. And I'm not saying it's not a challenge. Hell, it's supposed to be a challenge. It's supposed to be on all Madden mode. We don't want to live this whole life on rookie mode, right? We don't want it to be easy. Like, we want the excitement of, I want it to be challenging. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this, man. There's a small deciding factor, brothers, sisters, when it comes to us getting to that next level. And primarily it just comes down to us being accountable for our life and then aligning ourselves to where we're going.